I have a clip here of Shannon Sharpe's accuser being caught lying. Let's get into the video.
And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. Former athlete and media personality now, Shannon Sharpe, is attempting to clear his name after facing a lawsuit for allegedly raping a woman on multiple occasions. His response revealing the name of the accuser and some very X-rated text messages he says he received from her. All right, let's take a look at this. According to the lawsuit, the anonymous woman says it began as a consensual relationship when she was 20 years old. She also accuses Sharpe of a violent sexual assault and rape in October of last year and again in January of this year. The complaint seeks more than $50 million in damages. Sharpe fired back, posting alleged texts from the woman in the lawsuit on social media. One of them reads, "I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and choke me with it while you're effing me." Another, "I know you miss this big juicy ass, $25,000 for each cheek." And here's another alleged text, "You better crave it, cuz you're gonna be stuck with it for life after you put a big black baby in me."
I knew that lady was lying. Now look at the shit she been texting him. She is encouraging the sex. What is she talking about? She being victimized. Ain't no way you being victimized if you want $25,000 per ass cheek.
The rest are way too spicy. I don't know what's left. So your thoughts about this, just looking at it from the outside, your thoughts?
It's a big mess for Shannon Sharpe. Tony Busby is on this case, right? And
he's a Houston-based attorney.
Houston-based attorney.
Been here on The Factor several times.
Yes, and we've seen him file several lawsuits against the likes of P. Diddy, against Jay-Z, which was recently dismissed. And now here we go again against Shannon Sharpe.
Tony Busby is a shitty-ass lawyer. He takes any case in hopes of getting some money. He a fuck nigga. All this shit is a money grab. Ain't nowhere in the world this woman been in a fucking relationship with Shannon Sharpe for many years, then comes out and saying that he's sexually assaulting her. After you done sent these text messages saying that you want a big black baby in you. Nah, bitch, you want some money.
What sticks out to me, however, is the context of the allegations are different from what you would see on some of these other cases like Diddy, right? Or Cosby, who was putting in date rape drugs in several victims' drinks. In this case, she's saying this is a consensual relationship. We had a lot of consensual sex, and on these 2 or 3 separate occasions, it just so happens that it wasn't consensual. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not saying that that's not a thing, and that these situations don't happen within the context of consensual relationships, but I do think it's going to be a lot difficult to prove it, because it begs the question, if it happened one time in October of 2024, how did it then happen again?
Because the bitch lying. That's how. There's no way in the world that you are in a relationship with someone who is sexually assaulting you, but yet and still you're texting them for sex. You're asking for it. You said put a fucking collar on your neck. Come on, my nigga. Ain't nowhere in the world this lady is being sexually assaulted.
If it happened at your apartment, as she's alleging, who did you tell? Did you speak to the apartment landowners? Did you call 911? Did you go to the hospital? So there's a concern about provability. And then to add another layer of what might impugn her credibility are the supposed text messages that Shannon Sharpe has. Mm-hmm. These text messages suggest that she was more of the one initiating these encounters.
The aggressor, well, not aggressor as in crime, but right. In the relationship.
Yes, initiating the sexual encounter, and that in some cases was even soliciting, saying sex in exchange for cash, $25,000 per cheek. If that is proven to be coming from her, it's really going to undermine the credibility of her allegations. So that being said, even if this is not a case that Tony Busby can prove by the preponderance of the evidence, I am concerned about the hit that it has on Shannon Sharpe as a public figure. Because let's say this goes to trial, then there's going to be a lot of public scrutiny of Shannon Sharpe's sex life at age 56 with that of a 19, 20-year-old. It's just not a good look for someone who's employed by Disney.
It's really not. And I think that's the whole angle. She probably been planning this shit. And then the powers that be was just finna give him some money. Now all of a sudden this bullshit come out the woodworks and saying sexual assault this, sexual assault that. Meanwhile, you were in a relationship with this individual and you're asking for sex. You're asking for $25,000 per ass cheek. You're asking for a big black baby. You're asking for a fucking dog collar around your neck. You are a slut. You are looking for money.
Aji, what are they saying on social media? What's the response from people out there?
Well, I would say the kind of big elephant in the room is the fact that Tony Busby is on the case. So I think a lot of people still have the memory of the case he put out against Jay-Z and how that fell through. So I think a lot of people are waiting to kind of see if more information comes in, and some people just are writing off the whole case, saying that this is something we just saw a few months ago and nothing came of it. So I think a lot of people, with the text messages and with the controversy around Busby, they are kind of taking Shannon's word for it and not really believing that he did this. But again, more information could come out and that might change.
How is Tony Busby even allowed to practice law after all these frivolous ass bullshit lawsuits he keep coming up with against people, mostly against black people? What type of fuck ass nigga is this nigga? Well, anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys back here in another video.